We're back.
Yeah, I was still in line only.
Joe Venuto.
Yes.
Let's continue with this.
Second line mid-card division. I don't consider this mid-card, but he's not officially in the main event yet either. He's in the main storyline.
Why I was extending my arms like that, I have no idea.
Right. Sami Zayn looks like he's had a time of his life.
Maybe it's because Sammy and his...
Sami Zayn looks like he's having the time of his life as SmackDown's top heel.
He really does.
Which was something nobody fathomed at the beginning.
Yeah.
Even though Zayn lost his opportunity to qualify for a Survivor Series, I don't think it'll be the last time we save him. Same could be said for Kevin Owens, who we face Shinsuke Nakamura next week for another spot in the Survivor Series.
Yeah, I think the most surprising thing in WWE right now is how good heel Sami Zayn is. Everyone saw him as the uber babyface, and I did listen to a little bit of. He was on the Edge Christian podcast this week.
Okay,
I listened to a bit of it, and he sort of attributed heel Sami Zayn to what he is now, partly to Vince McMahon, who saw things a little differently.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, Vince seems to be how you have it.
Vince does have genius moments.
On the main roster,
yeah.
Still.
He can have them. Sometimes we complain about his not so genius moments.
Right, he does have it.
Sometimes he does have them.
And it seems like Owens will probably lose that match as well.
Yeah, I have a feeling they'll cause Team Smackdown match.
But how will Zayn and Owens be booked afterwards? They could defect a role in some sort of trait or sabotage something, was more likely to limit their chance to win their Survivor Series match. There are many avenues that you could take with Zayn and Owens supposedly on the Survivor Series match, so that's a good sign. When they lose, it'll put that direction.
And funny enough, I would actually like to see them go up against the Usos after Survivor Series.
Yeah, I won't mind them as a team.
Yeah.
Especially the Usos turn face and Clash of Champions.
And have New Day and Jordan Gables solidify their heel turn with that. And then...
There you go.
Yeah.
The mishandling and Baron Corbin has been baffling this year.
Yes.
And his short-range United States Champion is even more bizarre. So he wins the gold in Cell, then he retains it by beating AJ Styles clean in the ring. But he can't beat Sinclair. Really, and now he's going to face this Survivor Series chain match. This is by far the most hilarious thing I have ever seen on the programming in such a while.
Yeah.
At least this week he'll dominate Sinclair. At least he will like Jim.
Yeah, at least it wasn't like a clean...
He got himself disqualified this week.
Yeah, at least it wasn't like a clean roll-up victory for Sin Cara this week.
And then
Good night. That's always important because that's the mom of wrestling in Mom's basement. Yeah, getting back to Corbin and Takara. It is a very weird pattern they've had with Corbin, especially since Mania. I think the last thing I did like was he held Dean Ambrose down with the forklift thing. Other than that, it's been pretty much to why are they doing this?
It's clear at this point WWE believes fans are not paying attention to their product. Andrew shows clearly.
Yes.
And the WWE wants to treat amazing talent Baron Corbin to a guy who can't beat his competition. Andrew won the gold from the best performer in the business just 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Then they need to get their heads out. And speaking of him, AJ Styles said what had gone on the past few days. Wrestled 2 shows in South America. 4 food poisoning last Thursday. Wrestled 2 shows in South America. Got into an 18-hour fight. Faced them out with TLC. Helped the Shield beat the Miz's team in a roll. But his gold capture second championship will be fascinating to watch. Will he face Jinder Mahal for the gold first Survivor Series or afterwards? Will he be part of the Survivor Series team in the meantime before he clashes with the modern-day Maharaja? These are the key questions to determine whether AJ Styles is shifted to main event for the long run or is still being left in the mid-card division.
I do have a feeling, though, they're not going to change the main event.
Right.
However, I have a feeling they would. They're going to tease that they will.
So you think AJ's going to get his championship match beforehand?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to happen, not this week, but the next week, because he ran through the Singh brothers.
Yeah.
I think now it's going to be now Jinder, and Bryan's going to make it for the WWE Championship.
Now, do you see this being a feud Or do you see the feud still continuing for Styles?
I see it continuing.
So
I see Jinder escaping with the belt. And
AJ being put on the team.
AJ being put on the team, and later he...
Clash of Champions.
Clash of Champions, he feuds.
So with Jinder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, probably that time after the Indian tour.
Which is the weekend, right? Yeah.
And that's where AJ would presumably get that.
Yeah, unless they drag out to their Rumble somehow.
Yes. Which seem their thick-headedness and stubbornness with Jinder Mahal as WWE champion.
Hey, leave Jinder alone.
That could easily happen.
I've done nothing but compliment Jinder.
That could
For the last week, I've complimented
That
Jinder.
could easily happen.
Hey, Jinder's winning me over. On the mic, fine. Leave Jinder alone.
Fine, he's had more than, let me speak to my people in my language. He's from Canada.
Yes. And the Royal World title picture. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman have every right to lay for the challenge that the WWE champion Jinder Mahal laid out last week. This is actually a joke. Anybody telling you otherwise is just saying it on their music.
Yes.
Jinder Mahal's on the same week as Goldberg, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman. This will be a squash match in Survivor Series, and it should be true. So Mahal didn't look like he. I mean, this is nothing against Mahal, personally. Jinder didn't look like he belonged with the matches he had against Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura.
No.
So why is there thinking, look at him against Brock Lesnar? This has to mark the beginning of the end, which I think is Jinder Mahal's main event push.
Yeah. I think they're pretty much booking it as he's biting off more than he can chew.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that's going to be his downfall.
Yeah.
Still, I think he would probably added more for this feud than there probably should be.
But
and funny enough, it's not. He didn't go out of the realm of how the fans see Jinder Mahal.
No.
Either. He pretty much said no, this guy isn't on Brock Lesnar's level. He's not WWE Championship level.
He has that right to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also said Brock Lesnar, and probably more accurate statement than probably all of us realize is that Brock doesn't care about brand warfare. Actually, I think everyone expected that he doesn't really care about brand warfare.
Right. Or barely get a reason to care about.
Yeah, to be fair. But still, Heyman put a lot of work in this promo. He sold me the cardboard house and said it was a mansion, and I paid him the mansion price.
Braun Strowman being crushed by a garbage truck. As Survivor is so cartoonish and crazy at the same time. And this is how the WWE will want to push Braun Strowman as a face, so be it. They clearly messed up on not putting the Universal Championship on him in Emergency. So why not have him put a hero in his upcoming battle against Kane? Even if he's as a heel or babyface, Braun Strowman should easily defeat Kane in their battle down the line. If it'll be a Stars or not, the feud between these two monsters should wrap up quickly.
Yeah. They killed Braun Strowman.
No, not creative team, literally.
No, not creative, not his reaction to remember the same. They physically killed him. They crushed him with a trash truck.
Mm-hmm. And so, it will be fascinating to see who will be in the Stars team. Major What's Transcendent role.
Yeah.
Finn Balor lost all the momentum, W. Morris. He gained from the winner of AJ Styles TLC to losing to King of Raw.
Yes.
Also, didn't help that he got attacked in the locker room by the Smackdown game party.
Mm-hmm.
The WWE shot themselves in the foot by short booking one of their top stars at Bay matchup and a segment in one night. Other than that, the mishandled booking of Finn Balor, guys like Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, if they're healthy, should be a lock for the Smarter Series team. Even add John Cena to the mix, and they won't put him on the show. Should also create some buzz for the brand, but this should be down roll roster to the Monday night.
Finn Balor, I didn't like the booking. We'll probably talk more about this later, and don't worry, it's going to come in 2 minutes after you get done talking about SmackDown.
Yeah,
most likely.
The side of the live on television. Jinder Mahal held his own on the mic by assaulting Paul Heyman on SmackDown Live, but that's the only battle he'll win in some kind of clash with Brock Lesnar. The WWE champion is
I don't
absolutely.
think he won that battle either, to be fair.
The WWE champion has absolutely no shot to beat Brock Lesnar Survivor Series. Was makes this match a complete wash. And if AJ Styles faces Mahal for the WWE Championship before Survivor Series and wins the gold, he could face Lesnar Survivor Series.
Really, I wasn't in the frame that much.
That potential matchup will be a lot better for the fans and will be a lot more competitive than the Mahal versus Lesnar match. I'm only calling it massacre because Lesnar would have short the same brothers run the whole of the ring at the same time.
It's always entertaining when the Singh brothers get tossed around. And it's probably going to have a ton of time to the Singh brothers. They're probably are going to Suplex City. Yeah, Jinder caught a different promo this week besides this week my people in my language. I already said it, and I'm sticking by it.
As for Randy Orton, he defeated Sami Zayn in the main event second line to qualify for the Survivor 16. Also, special Shinsuke Nakamura to beat Kevin Owens next week, and join Orton on the blue team as well. Having these two title contenders on the Survivor Series team should be no-brainer, as they're the best shots along with AJ. That Side of Life has to win that huge match. Randy Orton's one Survivor Series matches. That Side of Life is the favorite in the main event now. Not small now, it's a fit.
Yeah. Let's. I do like also where they're going with Owens and Sammy. Yeah, they're probably going to. Sammy lost and Owens is probably going to lose his match. But they're at least still showing that there's something coming with them. There's still some focus on them that's going to. They're going to do something or they're going to be important to something that's going to happen. I have no complaints about that whatsoever.
And then Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler will be facing off one more time next week in a 2-out-of-3 falls match and first Survivor Series qualifying match as well. It is going to add more stakes into our final showdown between these two competitors. Roode should obviously be favored to win this match because he's a lot more to lose to Dolph Ziggler. The Glorious on his debut at the end of August and has yet to make that huge splash on SmackDown Live, so winning this match is a must. And getting on the SmackDown team will also be a huge splash for him. And if he does it, they'll always play with William NXT in the first place, but I'm pretty sure he's going to.
Yeah. I think Bobby's going to win the 2-out-of-3 falls match, and I am excited to see it. Dolph's a good worker, Bobby's a good worker. Match should be very solid.
On the biggest bosh of the week, I wrote this one this week because I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I had to random recently.
Funny enough, I knew you were going to talk about it, but I have a slightly different opinion on the biggest bosh of the week.
So go ahead, because I've been going on for a minute.
Okay. Believe it or not, it's sort of something both shows did. It is actually the Under Siege part of Raw and the response of Raw and SmackDown, or the lack thereof. To me, Shane pretty much showed up, and I guess Angle said something like out of competition or whatever. Usually general managers do. Kayfabe-wise, Shane should have thicker skin than that, I think. And later in the show, Shane comes out with the rest of the SmackDown roster and pretty much laid waste to the entire Raw locker room. A lot of them who probably shouldn't have been actually beaten up. Like Seth and Dean, we mentioned before, Finn Balor shouldn't have been beat up. The club, they could have fought, and then sort of like the camera pans away, and we don't really actually see what happens to them. We can sort of surmise, but we don't officially know, so we can't confirm anything. And for some reason, Angle literally is just grabbed by Corbin and Rusev, who, after the night before, Angle proved that he could still fight everybody. That he's still the Olympic hero. He's the machine everyone talks about.
I wouldn't have a problem with that part if they were to use it that he couldn't wrestle.
Yeah.
But the fact that he just wrestled.
Yeah.
He just looked like a crippled
he was just
guy.
Yeah, they were just like this.
Yeah.
Just grabbed. And literally nicely walked him out to the ring.
Yeah.
And then Shane said something to him. The entire roster left, back from the crowd. And then I also didn't like that there was no response from Raw whatsoever this week. I get the point of not having just everybody from the Raw roster come over and collectively try to attack SmackDown again. Or to have the same thing happen, but Raw doesn't SmackDown. Right. I get that fact. But there was absolutely no response from Raw this week. Is my problem. They didn't destroy everybody on Raw. At least they didn't show everybody destroying everybody from Raw.
Right.
Even though it's also the day after as well.
Right.
There wasn't any a tweet shown. They love showing tweets. I'm not sure why they didn't show a tweet of Kurt Angle saying, "We're down, but we're not out. We'll see you soon." Something like that.
Then the only Twitter responses they showed were the SmackDown Live guys bragging.
Yeah, saying that they beat up
videos of what they did.
Yeah. To me, that whole thing is a much bigger mistake because it makes the Raw roster look weak. Going against the brand warfare where they're supposed to look united and strong. They're already looking weak going into where they're supposed to look strong. And that's for an entire roster.
I do find it funny
to me, that's my biggest
I do find it funny that the biggest smash for you, for both shows, is because of the other show. Because of the way they booked because of the way the other show was booked on the other opposite show.
Exactly. And that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
However, I do understand your point, and if the main events or the lack thereof for
didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. This probably would have been it, to be honest.
Kane squashed Finn Balor in 2017.
Yeah.
What wrestling world are we living in when that's considered an acceptable booking decision?
I'm not even sure if that'd be acceptable in 2001.
The Big Red Monster is a surefire Hall of Famer, but there's no single excuse that can be made for taking this shit that Kane beat a guy fresh off a match of the year victory or AJ, and now he did. Kane did not just beat Finn, he obliterated him. He used 3 choke slams to kill the Finn's momentum dead and leave fans question what the hell WWE was thinking. Yes, the clear wants to position Kane dominantly and set up around Braun Strowman. There's an entire locker room, though, of superstars that Kane could have rolled over without hurting him. Finn, a former Universal Champion, as some fans consider Lee Babyface from World, is not that guy.
No.
Houston Stars has done to Finn at the benefit of Kane, who has repeatedly demonstrated how bulletproof he is from a booking standpoint. It was by far the biggest match of the week for me and one of the worst mistakes this year for WWE Creative. The show of the week.
I do have
Alright, so
picks too.
Okay.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, SmackDown. Overall, I thought it was the better show.
Yeah, even without the Under Siege stuff, it was the stronger show.
Yeah.
Front Row had the best smash though. Out of 2.
Yeah,
this six-man tag. Which also has
I agree with that. Which
also has something to do with SmackDown guy.
I agree with that. But have them Raw, so it's
it's Raws. Yeah,
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I thought SmackDown overall was a better show. My major complaint about SmackDown was the fact that Raw wasn't on it.
And I nitpicked it of SmackDown, specifically with Corbin.
And it also didn't have Joe's biggest botch of the week.
Right, which will technically be yours if in the ending role that happened.
Yeah.
Not that the biggest botch ever takes for show wins. But in this case, nothing. Any of my nitpicks of SmackDown had nothing to do with Raw did.
Yeah.
Which was Barry one of their top stars.
Yeah. Talk about yours a bit more too. You literally have an entire roster backstage.
Right, yeah.
And you chose Finn.
Yeah.
I know you guys think you ruined Braun when you put him up against Lesnar and you had him lose the way he did to Lesnar. But you don't sacrifice Finn
for that
to have the guy you're going to sacrifice to Braun to build Braun back up.
No, I hate to say it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I hate to say it, since they're not using him without Jeff, they could use Matt in that position.
They could use Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, but I mean, they could use Matt if they want somebody over, because Matt's a Hall of Famer anyway.
Yeah.
Matt wasn't going to lose that credibility.
Exactly.
Because it's clear as day they didn't want Matt. Anyway.
They previously also had him just beat up AJ, Seth, and Dean.
Yeah.
They went through a match, but you already had him destroy.
Yeah, specifically Seth.
You just had him just
lay them out.
Yeah, lay them out, get them out of the ring.
Except for Seth. For some reason, he was really it for Seth.
To be fair,
okay,
they do have passed.
Okay, yeah.
Passed with each other.
Yeah, he didn't really attack AJ. He just puts AJ at the ring.
He's the world's greatest chief operating officer.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. But even without that, Seth I probably still won this week. Real High Strong first hour.
Yes.
Then it went to all over after that.
And then I thought Sammy and Orton was strong.
So yeah. Next thing on the next.
We'll have the NXT and